قبل ما نبدا الفيديو متنساوش لايك متابعة بارطاج بيس ليكم. يلا نخليكم على نبدا.
Homes where billionaires splashed a fortune just to have that slice of utopia on Earth we all dream of. Villa Les Cedres, $410 million. In 2019, Ukraine's wealthiest man, Rinat Akhmetov, purchased the Villa Les Cedres for an eye-watering $221 million. The villa, which is located off the coast of Saint Jean-Cap-Ferrat, consists of 14 eccentric bedrooms, all bathed in idiosyncratic style and elegance. The villa itself was constructed in 1830 and later bought in 1850 by the mayor of Villefranche-sur-Mer, Désiré Polonais. When the mayor purchased it, he first ran the estate as an olive tree farm. Can you believe that? More than 50 years later, descendants of the mayor sold the villa to King Leopold II of Belgium, who invested handsomely in improving the beautiful gardens that encapsulate the property. In 1924, 15 years after King Leopold's passing, Villa Les Cedres was purchased by the Marnier-Le Poster family, connoisseur liquor producers who have created exquisite drinks like the Grand Marnier. The family used the villa's expansive grounds to cultivate a myriad of exotic plants for the next 80 years. In fact, it was the lush orchids right next to the villa that the Marnier-Le Postel family began harvesting bitter oranges, which now form an integral part of the uniqueness of Grand Marnier. Once you cross the magnificent gates of this villa, you'll be led towards a long, meandering path that is accentuated by towering cedar and palm trees. Interestingly, the cedar trees are actually the origin of the villa's magnificent name. At the entrance, you'll be greeted by a wonderful bronze statue of the goddess Athena. She is royally draped in marble tunic and stands boldly at the entrance as if guarding the home. Once inside the villa, you'll be mesmerized by its decadence. Despite switching owners a handful of times, the villa still remains its Belle Epoque, boasting large dining rooms, French doors, floor-to-ceiling portraits of the 19th century, and magnificent chandeliers that dazzle in the light. The villa also boasts a library housing more than 3,000 books based on naturalism and flora, as well as a rare 1640 edition of a botanical codex that's worth a fortune in today's market. The exterior of the home is just as elegant as the interior. For the wealthy equestrian, a state-of-the-art stable is available, comfortably hosting more than 30 horses. There is an Olympic-sized swimming pool, and not to mention a botanical garden boasting over 14,000 species of tropical plants, believed to be one of the most distinguished collections in Europe. Villa Leopolda, $1.2 billion. The Villa Leopolda, worth a stupendous $1.2 billion today, was once the clandestine meeting spot for King Leopold II and a mistress he loved so dear. In fact, this 18 acres of prime land along the French Riviera is one of the most iconic villas in Villefranche-sur-Mer. The villa undoubtedly boasts a rich history, entangled with a lush culture of past and present owners that are as rich and famous as they are wealthy. Currently, the magnificent villa is part of the estate of billionaire and philanthropist Lily Safra, who passed away in July this year, aged 87. She purchased the magnificent villa in 2008 for a mind-blowing $750 million. But estimations believe that the value of the estate has grown handsomely in the last few years, about $1.2 billion to be exact. This 80,000 square feet of superfluous luxury consists of 2 elegant guest houses, exterior staircases, different sports courts, and a grand swimming pool. Not to mention an extensive garden that requires more than 50 gardeners to tend to. The breadth of the home is not to toy with, with more than 19 awe-inspiring bedrooms, each boasting a private bath and a magnificent terrace. Each guest lives like a king. Other enviable features also include a bowling alley, a state-of-the-art kitchen, and a private movie theater. Such flamboyance has not gone unnoticed, especially through the lens of Hollywood. In fact, several movies have chosen this magnificent piece of modern art as their centerpiece of casting. In 1948, the movie The Red Shoes was cast here, making the villa even more famous. 7 years later, the villa was used to shoot the critically acclaimed movie To Catch a Thief, produced by Alfred Hitchcock. Antalya, $2 billion. The Antalya is the most magnificent home in the Eastern Hemisphere, boasting a truly unique design unlike anything seen around the world. Located in the plush neighborhood of South Mumbai's Altamont Road, it is the palatial residence of Indian business mogul Mukesh Ambani. The residence's unique design was actually inspired by the legend of the lost world of Atlantis. Boasting 400,000 square feet of space, the house was constructed with 27 magnificent floors, with ceilings purportedly stretching as high as 2-story buildings. A lover of feng shui, Mukesh's Antalya design follows the lotus and the sun, paying homage to the gods of wealth. It is indeed the ideal balance between luxury and comfort. Of the 27 elegant floors that make up Antalya, 6 of them are Master Mukesh's private residences. These individual rooms are constructed with ample lounge rooms, master bedrooms, and 5-star-esque bathrooms that emphasize insurmountable luxury. For the Antalya to be kept spick and span throughout the year, Mukesh hires more than 600 staff members to tend to the daily tasks. The professional staff are also fortunate enough to live a life of luxury in the house, having an entire floor dedicated to them as their living quarters. They even boast an entourage room where they can relax after a tedious workday. The Antalya further boasts a private snow room. Yes, you heard that right, where guests can cool, relax, and enjoy the snow in the sweltering Mumbai heat. And with an ice cream parlor only a few floors away, the Ambanis can cruise through the summer without dropping a bead of sweat. Buckingham Palace, $6.7 billion. English royalty knows no more luxury than living within the magnificent walls of Buckingham Palace. Former home to Her Majesty the Queen of England, it holds the title of the most expensive home in the world, estimated to be a staggering $6.7 billion. When the Queen lived here, it's important to note that this was not her private property. The palace is held in trust by the Crown Estate, but can be occupied by the Queen's future generations. Previously, the property on which Buckingham Palace was built, as well as the first constructions of the palace, were actually owned by the Dukes of Buckingham. But in 1762, King George III decided to go house hunting for his wife, Queen Charlotte. He purchased Buckingham House for her, and at the time, the palace was also known as the Queen's House. But when George IV ascended to the throne in 1820, he had major plans for the property. He wanted to convert it into a magnificent palace. So, he commissioned John Nash, the official architect of the Office of Woods and Forests, to undertake the disruptive transformation. In fact, it's Nash's construction plans that gave birth to the enlarged U-shaped structure of the Buckingham Palace that we see today. Unfortunately, he was decommissioned from the renovations shortly after King George's death by the Prime Minister for overspending on the project. Through the years, Buckingham Palace has undergone several renovations to keep it luxurious, slick, and ultra-modern. The palace boasts 240 bedrooms, a grand swimming pool, and even a doctor's surgery. In all its entirety, Buckingham Palace has 775 rooms, with 19 of them dedicated as staterooms, 92 reserved as offices, and 78 of them, yes, 78, are bathrooms. 188 rooms are also dedicated exclusively to the staff that lives there and tends to the royal family. The palace is endowed with exquisite art pieces and crystalline chandeliers that hang magnificently from century-old ceilings. When the royal family is not in residence, usually between late July to late September, the staterooms at Buckingham Palace are available for viewing by the general public, attracting tourists from all corners of the world. In total, Buckingham Palace is believed to have 760 windows and 1,514 doors. With so many rooms built, there are over 350 clocks and watches mounted all over the palace. As such, 2 professional horological conservators are tasked with winding the clocks and ensuring these Bella Epic masterpieces are running correctly. A mind-blowing 40,000 light bulbs illuminate the entire palace, so you can imagine how expensive the electricity bill must be. But without a doubt, the piece de resistance of Buckingham Palace is its lush gardens that run over 39 acres, making it the largest private garden in all of London. The garden features everything from a helicopter landing, a lake, and a tennis court. I mean, what more could you ask for in terms of luxury? So, there you have it, the world's most expensive homes. Which one of these would you like to live in? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like,